Welcome back. We're still talking about the, what do you call that thing? Land grabbers.
Otherwise known as Omonile.
Okay, so let me take you a bit back. Let's go back a bit. When you spoke earlier, you talked about a lot of people buy land and they don't have documents for the land. They don't have surveys to show the land that they bought. Why do you think they don't get this document? Is it a question of the amount of processes they have to go through and the cost of it? Because it is expensive.
Yes, it's a combination of several factors. But the first documentation that you need, which does not involve government, is an agreement between you and whoever is selling land to you. Basic. There is an agreement which states the names of the parties. It states the land that is being bought. It states the consideration that was paid. Those are basic. You do not need government for that. So that is the first step. Now, in doing that first step, you need a survey. If it is a developed area that has street name and house addresses, house numbers, then you may delay in doing a survey. That is, it is number one, so and so street. That is, it continues to be number one, so and so street for, till time immemorial.
Ad infinitum.
Ad infinitum, thank you. For areas where it is virgin land, it is imperative that you employ a surveyor who will map out the land for you. That does not involve government directly.
But hold on. What does the Land Use Act say about land ownership?
Yes. The Land Use Act vests the ownership of all land.
All land?
Yes.
Okay.
In the governor of the state, there are a few exceptions. Land held by the federal government, land held by Nigeria Ports Authority, the airports, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Now, so if the Land Use Act vests the ownership of all land in the government,
yes,
why should I buy land from anywhere else but the government?
From Mr. Bakari?
Yes. Now, it is not as simple as we have said it. The Land Use Act, while granting ownership of that land in the state governor, also recognizes existing land rights. It doesn't, it's called a deemed grant. That is, you hold the land as if it has been granted to you by the governor. So it's called a deemed grant. So it is not that all land. So that is why you hear in Lagos that government still acquires land that is required.
Again, the question now is,
purposes.
If these people are holding this land as granted to them by government,
yes,
why are you now criminalizing their activity?
Yes, I think it needs to be made clear that if you even look at the introduction of the law, it says forceful entry and takeover of possession. So sometimes we are not particular about ownership rights, but about possessory rights. So this studio belongs to you. Anybody who thinks that he has superior rights to you does not exercise those superior rights by coming here with cudgels and firearms to move you away from it. All he needs to do is to go to court and lay a proper claim before the court. He could also, he may not go to court. He may go to the ballet. He may find other alternative dispute resolution avenues to take possession. But what we are saying, you cannot use force to do this thing.
Very quickly. So does this law cover those that come to the people who have bought houses? They didn't buy land.
Yes.
Like it's happening in Surulere. Someone's tweeting here that it's happening in Surulere. They buy land and the Monile comes to harass them. That's one.
No, they buy houses.
They buy houses.
Yes.
They come to harass them. That's one. Number two, does it cover those who come to you and say, do not dig that sockaway pit without paying money, or don't dig that gutter without paying money? Does it cover all those people?
Of course, it does cover all of them. It covers all of them. It makes it, I think, in section, I'll get the section later, but it does say that for the purposes of developing, people who already own houses should not be subjected to these kind of demands, except for those things that have been agreed upon. Now, I would explain, if I have the time, that there are also different categories. In some places where you buy land, they give you a list of those things that you will pay in the course of your development of your land. So,
okay. Just 1 second. We have a call from Imo State, Obazi. Hello.
Good morning.
Obazi, your television is still on. Hello.
Okay, my TV is.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. We'll have to take that again. Yes, go ahead.
yes, so in these areas, they have told you these are the things that you will need to do while you are developing your land. So at the foundation level, you pay us 20,000 naira. It is receipted by the family. So there is no need for any violence. You knew upfront. So some land buyers from that area pay everything upfront and get one receipt. Sometimes the amount they ask of you is negotiable. You talk to them. Those are areas where they have an organized system. In these areas where they have organized system, we have also found out that after the one that you are paying to the community that is receipted, some miscreants still come to disturb you. Those are the ones we are looking for. And we have gotten a few of them.
Okay.
Again, back to the Land Use Act and what it says concerning ownership of land and purchase of land. Do you think this law by the Lagos State government in any way intervenes, or would it help with the Land Use Act?
Yeah, for all purposes, it complements the Land Use Act. Section 1 of the Land Use Act says all lands in the Federal Republic of Nigeria belongs to the governor of each state. And then you begin to wonder why people still go further and buy lands from people. And then you have the situation of a deemed grant by virtue of Section 36(4), which, where, for example,
hold your thoughts. We have a call.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Chukudi.
What about the situation where government has allocated land to somebody and your money, let's go back and sell that land to people and they build on it? What can I do?
Okay. Mr.
An allocation from the government to do.
Okay. Mr. Bakare. Mr. Bakare.
Yes, you said he was calling from Imo State?
No, he's calling from
Lagos.
From
okay.
Lagos.
Now, when you buy land from Lagos, it is the duty of the government to give you possession. However, you will see that when the paper with which you buy that land and on your certificate of occupancy says that you must develop your land within 2 years. Now, the government of Lagos State will do everything within its power to make sure that you have possession of your land. It is not impossible that there are encroachers, and this law takes care of them. Just make your report to my committee, or first to your landlord, that is the Lands Bureau, from whom you buy land, who will compile petitions from within a particular scheme. We call them schemes. From a particular scheme, and bring to the attention of our task force, and we will get these people and make sure that they face the law appropriately. We urge people, however, that when you buy land, even if you are not ready to build on it, you should pay attention to the land, visit regularly, 2, 3, 4 times in a year. If it is within a community, visit the Bale, be familiar, such that if anything is about to happen to your land, somebody somewhere has your phone number to call you. So that, because a quick intervention prevents